Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Remy. Thanks for tuning in. On my channel, I discuss on faith, lifestyle, and development. So if you like any of those things or are interested in any of those things, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So welcome to my channel once again. On this video, I'm going to be talking about a topic called or titled social etiquette. I don't even know what to call this video, but maybe I'm going to call it social etiquette. Let's be better. So social etiquette, let's be better, right? And I'm gonna just touch upon two issues as I discuss the social etiquette thing. So let's chat, right? I'm going to be focusing on communication and respect mainly as I discuss this. So if you're interested, definitely keep watching. So initially I had written down, social etiquette, let's be better in 2020. I'm just like, dude, let's be better in life, right? Let's be better in 2020, beyond 2020. And, I'm just going to be sharing on getting rid of bad manners, getting rid of just bad behavior. And these are things that people typically would not categorize as bad manners or bad behavior. It's just something I've noticed, and I'm just like, no, that needs to end. So, like I said, communication and respect, those are the two things I'm going to be focusing on as I discuss the social etiquette. The first is on communication, right? And, there's a lot to be said about how you talk to someone, how you speak to somebody. Obviously, don't be rude to people. Don't say things that you shouldn't say to people. Be very slow to speak. Be quick to listen, be slow to speak, be slow to anger. There's a lot to be said about communication and what you should be saying, because once you say something, you cannot take it back. Yoruba people say that, Enyi ni oro or something, enyi loro, something like that, something along those lines. So that, in other words, when you say it, it comes out and it breaks. And once an egg breaks, you cannot put it back together, right? I think that's what they said. I think, Yoruba adage. So pretty much saying that what you say and how you say what you say is very important. A lot of times when you're communicating with somebody, it's not that what you're saying is bad, is the way you're saying it sometimes, or the timing at which you're saying something. So at the end of the day, communication is huge. It's a big part of our lives. Miscommunication can cause a lot of problems, and it's just really really good to just watch your tongue, watch what you say to people, and don't just say anything anyhow. So there's a lot to be said about that, right? But what I want to focus on today, though, it's a little different. It's like a subsection of communication, and I'm just going to talk about the whole idea of calling people. In this day and age, I know that texting is huge. And if you call somebody, they'll probably be scared, like, why are you calling me? Just text me, don't call me. Oh my god. So texting is very popular. Obviously we know FaceTime, but that's like for people that you're close to. For the most part, people just prefer texting or email, right? So I think that's where we are at in life right now. Although we should be better, let's call people when we can. If somebody calls you, return their phone call, text, but I know that with texting, there's only so much texting you can do. Sometimes you just need to hear people's voices, and you cannot get the real expression or emotion of someone just by texting. Yeah, you can put a million emojis, you can put a lot of emojis, laughing emojis, love emojis, and things like that, but still there's something about speaking to someone and hearing their voice and actually talking to someone or seeing someone and talking to them face to face. So there's a lot to be said about communication, but I want to focus on calling etiquette, right? And I've noticed this because I feel like when you call somebody, and this happens a lot in my culture, I'm sure it happens in every culture, but I only know my culture, so I'm going to talk about my culture, right? So let's say we've been friends for years, or even family members. Forget about friends for now. Let's just say family members, right? And you haven't heard from me in a while. Let's say a month, 2 months, you've not heard from me. Let's say, you've heard from me, you used to hear from me often, but all of a sudden, maybe in 2 months or in 1 month, you haven't heard from me. And you said, okay, let me use myself as an example. Let me call Remio. I haven't heard from her in a while. The first thing to say when you call me after you haven't heard from me in a while is not, you didn't call me. Kilon share, you don't call people. Don't, I'm going to say this. Don't start your phone conversation. When you call somebody that you haven't heard from in a while, don't start your phone conversation by saying that, because it puts people off. Me, for example, it puts me off because I'm just like, I'm confused though. Like, I'm really confused. You have a phone as well. I have a phone. We both got a phone. Why didn't you call me? You don't see me yelling at you that you didn't call me. So I just feel like a lot of times you don't know what people are going through. The ideal thing to say is, hi, hi Remy, I haven't heard from you in a while. I hope all is well. Just wanted to check up on you. You crossed my mind today. We're just checking up on you. I hope all is well. How's life? How's whatever it is I'm going, maybe I'm working. If I was in school, how's life in general? That's the ideal way. Don't attack me by saying, oh, you don't call people. That's not the way to start a conversation. Okay? That's not a way to talk to somebody that you haven't heard from in a while. You don't even know what they were going through in that 1 month or 2 months that you didn't hear from them. They could have been going through some serious issues. You didn't know that, right? But you're attacking them that they didn't call you. So calling etiquette, please, for the love of Christ, when you call somebody or when you text somebody, don't say you don't text on call. You have a phone as well. Pick up the phone and call me. Now let's all be better, right? If somebody is calling you all the time and you never call them, that's a problem. Relationship, you have to nurture your relationship and you have to show that you value your relationship. So, wisdom is profitable to direct. I love that, verse in the Bible. Wisdom is very profitable to direct. So show the people in your life that you value them, that you love them and you appreciate them. So if somebody is always calling you and you never call them, or someone is always texting you and you never text back, obviously that's wrong. That's not the right thing to do. Return people's phone calls, return people's text messages, call people when they cross their mind. When you think of them, call them, say, hey, I just thought about you, hope all is well. Keep your relationship and nurture your relationship, value your relationship. And one of the ways to kill a relationship is lack of communication. So if you're not communicating with the people that you love, or your family members or your friends, that relationship is going to die, right? So I know that. So value your relationships and communicate. But sometimes things happen, life happens, life gets very busy, people get sick, people are in just really, really challenging times. You don't know what people are going through. So if you haven't heard from someone in a while that you typically will hear from, reach out to them and don't attack them when you reach out to them, because you just never know what they've been going through all those times that you didn't hear from them. So, it's just like etiquette. Like, it's one of my pet peeves. Like if somebody calls me, I'm like, you didn't call me. I'm like, you didn't call me too. You have a phone, I have a phone. We both got mouth. We have hands. Thank God. Press the phone, call me, let's chat, and, catch up on, all the times we haven't spoken, but don't come for me if I didn't stand for you. Okay. So, I was, it's just the calling etiquette that I wanted to talk about, because I'm just like, yeah, let's be better. Let's be better in 2020. Let's be better in life in general. Let's be better, nurture your relationships and, show people that you appreciate them and you love them. And also be very understanding, because if you're walking around thinking that everyone is neglecting you and you're feeling some type of way, you don't know what people are going through. Be understanding. Like, okay, I understand that, life is busy and things like that. I hope all is well. Let's grab lunch or something. Figure it out. But don't attack anybody, right? I just, one of those pet peeves. Yeah. And so I've talked about, the whole calling thing and the whole, you don't call, you don't text, let's be better in 2020. Let's be better, just period. Let's just be better and be more considerate and understanding and, be more caring, and not be selfish in how we deal with people. And another thing so I talked about, a little, the subsection of the communication part, which is what I just talked about. Now I want to discuss the respect. And you know what? I actually really struggled with this because I wasn't sure if I should make this a different video on itself, like by itself. I didn't know if I should make this video different, but we're here, so we're gonna talk about it. And this one is about respect being reciprocal. Is respect really reciprocal in the Nigerian culture? And the reason I say that is because oftentimes it might seem like adults, especially maybe not just Nigerian culture, in the African culture, adults expect younger people to respect them, which is very fine, which is very, understandable. But it's a two-way street. Respect is a two-way street. The way I was brought up is that you respect everybody, whether they're older than you, whether they're younger than you. You respect everyone, treat everyone with respect. And I think that in the Nigerian culture, and I speak of the Nigerian culture because that's what I know and that's what I grew up in and what I've seen around, not in my household, but like what I've seen in the culture in general, is that adults want you to respect them, but they don't want to respect you. No, that ain't gonna fly. I'm sorry. I think that at the end of the day, we should all try to be better. Let's show respect to one another, regardless of your age. Show me respect and I'll show you respect. If you disrespect me, I'm a child of God, but I will show you that I'm not the one to disrespect because I know my value and I know who I am. Now, there's room for improvement, right? Obviously. So there's wisdom. Again, wisdom is profitable to direct. I love that verse of the Bible, on how you approach adults and how you approach people that are older than you. At the same time, let's be better. Adults, we young adults, let's be better and, let's show respect to one another regardless of age. Because, adults, stay demanding respect. And it's like, okay, if you're demanding respect all the time, something is wrong because, respect, again, is reciprocal. So if you're over here, shouting on the mountaintop about how you should be respected and how you're the boss, and something is wrong. Because typically when that happens, that, respect is not reciprocal in that case. And, somebody is not happy. So I feel like at the end of the day, let's all show each other that we value each other and we're all important. You know what I mean? So you're an adult, you're young, respect is reciprocal. So now I know that there's more conversation with the whole culture thing and, that's fine. We can have that conversation in another video. But on a basic level, let's show respect to one another. It's so big in the way you talk to people, even in expectations. Sometimes, you feel like, okay, because this person is younger than me, what do I expect of them, right? And if they're not doing it, am I gonna, show some sort of anger or dominance over them? No, that's wrong. Again, maybe this video should be in, a separate video on its own and we can really dig deep into it. But all I wanted to say for now is just be polite, be considerate, show respect. If you're 100 years old, you need to respect someone that's 20-something years old. If you're 20-something years old, you need to respect someone that's 100 years old because it's a two-way street. Life is not a one-way street. Life, literally, not just respect, life by itself, is a two-way street. So, let's be polite, let's be considerate, let's show respect to one another. Do away with pride, because I feel like a lot of times pride is the problem. When you feel like let me drink some water. When you feel like you cannot respect somebody, or you should not respect somebody because you're bigger than them, or because you're better, you think you're better than them, that's pride. Something is wrong with that. Humble yourself. Humility is key. Humble yourself. Humble yourself, because you can learn from someone younger than you. God can literally use someone younger than you to bless you. God can use somebody younger than you in age to teach you stuff. So if you're writing people off, or if you automatically think that you're better because you're older in age, that's a problem. That's a problem. So let's be better. Let's be better. So I think I've covered what I wanted to just talk about, mainly about, you know, social etiquettes and just communication and respect, for the most part. Yeah, and also, you know, with the way, you know, when it comes to respect as well, you know, when you're dealing with people, respect their time as well. If people are, you know, sharing their time with you, or you're asking, you know, somebody to be somewhere at a certain time, if you're older or if you're younger, just respect people in general. Respect their time, respect the fact that they have value, you know, don't write them off. Don't think that they don't have anything to benefit you because they're younger, because you just never know. The world is a very interesting place, you know. The world is very interesting because you just never know. So yeah, let's just be considerate, and we just owe it to each other. We owe each other to be nice, to be each other. I cannot speak. We owe each other to be nice and kind to one another. So let's just be nice and kind to everyone that we meet. It costs us nothing to be kind. It costs us nothing to be nice. It costs us nothing to be respectful. Yeah, so let's just try to do that in 2020 and beyond. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about for this video. Like I said, there's much to be said about these things that I've mentioned, but I just wanted to highlight a couple things that I've found very interesting. Actually, maybe I should say very annoying about social etiquette. And let's just have a better behavior. Let's be better, you know, in our personal lives, and you know, in how we deal with other human beings, and how we deal with family members, how we deal with friends, how we deal with strangers, co-workers, and the likes. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Ooh.